glory to be manifested. I want to explain it clearly. Why he made so many animals. When the ground is, you can create anything at any time. You can create what? Anything at any time. You can create anything at any time. If someone is broken the feet, you pray for a person, the bone comes together, you created it. If the eyes were blind, now the eyes can see. It's creation, moisture. Because when there was moisture, God, are you aware why God formed many animals? Do you know why God made many animals like this? Creation has been waiting for sons of glory to be manifested. I want to explain it clearly. Why he made so many animals. When the ground is moistured, you can create anything at any time. You can create what? Anything at any time. You can create anything at any time. If someone is broken the feet, you pray for a person, the bone comes together, you created it. If the eyes were blind, now the eyes can see. It's creation, moisture. Because when there was moisture, God, are you aware why God formed many animals? Do you know why God made many animals like this? Creation has been waiting for sons of glory to be manifested. I want to explain it clearly. Why he made so many animals. When the ground is moistured, you can create anything at any time. You can create what? Anything at any time. You can create anything at any time. If someone is broken the feet, you pray for a person, the bone comes together, you created it. If the eyes were blind, now the eyes can see. It's creation, moisture. Because when there was moisture, God, are you aware why God formed many animals? Do you know why God made many animals like this? Creation has been waiting for sons of glory to be manifested. I want to explain it clearly. Why he made so many animals. When the ground is moistured, you can create anything at any time. You can create what? Anything at any time. You can create anything at any time. If someone is broken the feet, you pray for a person, the bone comes together, you created it. If the eyes were blind, now the eyes can see. It's creation, moisture. Because when there was moisture, God, are you aware why God formed many animals? Do you know why God made many animals like this? Creation has been waiting for sons of glory to be manifested. I want to explain it clearly. Why he made so many animals. When the ground is moistured,
Sharing session where we dwell more into the presence of God, into the glory. We speak of mysteries that which were hidden in the past age. As we continue with our prayer and fasting, let's understand the role that the Melchizedek plays when it comes to edifying, exhorting, comforting in the presence of God. Because dreams are not the reason, or they were not just sent for the reason of them becoming dreams. They were sent for its purpose. They must do their purpose. They must change. That's why there are many rebukes in them, many humblings, many directions, many coverings. You can just tell when the dream comes, its main focus is to deal with what is left on earth. Because flesh can be left behind while your spirit is busy flourishing, is busy flowing in the presence of God. Is the reason why Apostle Paul comes, 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I put my body where? Under subjection. So that when I preach to others, I myself, I will not be disqualified for the prize. What did he mean, Paul? Meaning the body can be left behind while the flesh is taken away. I mean, while your soul is taken away, while the flesh is left behind. So dreams, when they come, the main purpose is to strike the flesh. Because your spirit gets excited. But what happens in the flesh? Limitation of what you've seen in your vision. But the moment you begin to follow those dreams, putting them in the flesh or in practice, living by those dreams, you begin to go into a level of a divine. Therefore, your flesh will never be left behind. That's why it's 100% possible for many to, you can is left behind. You can speak revelation, excitement in the soul, in the spirit, in your very own divine, yet the flesh is left behind. That's why we should not be caught up in thy sickness, where you are taken up into the heavenly realms while the body is left behind. What was the reason of why God to go down to fight for the body of Moses? There are things which were there in the body of Moses, which were signs of wonders, mysteries. But do you know what happened to Moses when it comes to a wilderness? In such a way, before you will go, God wants us to ordain leaders. He had to take some of the spirit in the body of Moses. So we should not be caught up into a level where our bodies are left behind. You have to go with your body. I've seen many times with my body, with those many those who are in the cloud. I've seen myself with many who spend the time into the visions, into the revelations, and they went to the glory. I've seen myself with the same body there with them. So preaching, teaching the word of God, you can preach and teach, yet being held and hooked by the earth. Your flesh still belongs to the earth. That's why it doesn't pleases God when you just speak revelation, yet the flesh is left behind. It's Hebrews 5. Paul says, by now you ought to be teachers, all of you. How were they teaching at that level? They were supposed to teach by their own bodies, by their own flesh. A flesh, when they begin to speak revelation, it goes together with their bodies. The revelation goes together with the same body. You cannot speak mysteries and let your flesh is bound not to reach where it's supposed to reach. What Peter was doing in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, when he took his flesh, began to speak to it, he says, I strike my body. I put it under subjection, so that when I preach to others, I myself, I will not be discovered. Meaning he was helping his flesh not to remain on earth. But you're preaching a high level of a revelation, yet your flesh still desires that which is of a flesh. It is left behind. You can mature in your divine. mature in your spirit, in your mind, yet your flesh is left behind. You can't touch the glory, mysteries, and your body, devil has access of it. Very dangerous. Look, the book of Jude. After Moses ascended, there must be a way that which God was looking at Moses at that very moment. Because Moses climbed the mountain. As he climbed the mountain, going up for his day of departure, he had to leave a notice appointing Joshua. Already left Joshua in the position where Joshua, not knowing that the Holy Spirit would come later and say, Joshua, many no one would have known that Moses is God. Unless God revealed it to Joshua and said, Joshua, Moses, my servant, is God. Now you are to lead the Israelites. Now meditate upon the word day and night. Meditating upon the word day and night, it affects your body. Your body is no longer left behind. You don't preach a message that doesn't reveal what is going to happen in the future. Dreams are there to reveal that which is in the future, to bring it near. That's why the moment you live by your dream, you enter into what we call Tzedek. Tzedek is the best part of sweetness, of righteousness in the presence of God. When you talk of Tzedek, if you cut a honey, the sugar in the midst of honey is not the same as in the beginning of when you cut the honey. The deeper you enter within the honey, the sweet it becomes. So that is not just to know the part outside, but to go deep inside God. So Moses, when talking about it, God was expecting something concerning the body of Moses. So Moses, when he entered the heavens, what happened now? Now the question from God, where is the body? Because the main thing was to take Moses with his body. You must know the mystery when Paul says, I put my body under subjection, striking it every day. A day must not pass without striking it, harnessing it, making it weak, pushing it to obey that which is within you. If you have not come to a level where you tell your body what to do, it's not yet fasting. You must come to a level where you tell your body, say, and it comes to a level where it obeys the instruction. And the moment it obeys the instruction, now it knows that, hey, in this house, we don't touch that. We don't touch that. We don't touch that. It's now accommodated into your divine. Have hope that when you go, your body will be there also in heaven. That happens by your divine only. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Apostle Paul says, I don't know whether in the body or out of the body. I know the man was caught up into the death paradise. So the flesh was not left behind. It expressed. So by the man, why Paul says, I saw things that the man could not reveal. Meaning when he looks at it by his flesh, there was no explanation. There was no explanation. You can't explain Tzedek. You can't explain the deepest part with the flesh. So the flesh has to be derived into your understanding of the divine in order to understand. That's why the reason why when the dream comes, it doesn't come in the standard of the flesh. It comes in the standard of your divine, so that your flesh may imitate that which is of the divine. So never lose your body. We are in Melchizedek appearance. Never lose your body. I want to take you to this mystery so that you can understand clearly. My God, you're so beautiful to me. There is nothing that I can see apart from you. There is nothing that I can see apart from you. We cry with the angels, and we are seated in this glory. And we declare and we announce in His presence. How we cry with the angels, and we are seated in the majesty. How we declare and we see the glory. We cry with the angels, and we are seated in His glory. And we declare upon His glory. Listen to this. To understand it, I want you to understand this. Never preach a revelation and never have a zeal to take your body together with you. Why? Preaching a message that does not affect your life. Why we give revelations that are not affecting our life, but the moment the one hears the revelation, he's affected, meaning that the kind of a body, they are at work with their bodies, they are at work. It means no message must be released without its own glory, just like the way when the rain comes, Isaiah 55, it does not leave a man without the seed and the bread. A snow when it comes down, a rain when it comes down, it moistures the ground. Immediately you have a seed, you have a bread to eat. So why when the preachings and the teachings does not become food for your flesh? Jesus came in John 4. You must hear me clearly. Jesus came in John 4. He said, when they brought food for him, he said, my food is to do the will of God and finish it. It was through platter, a platter from above. So dreams when they come, check the food that you have. It's a food that can keep you for the journey. It's a food that can keep you for the long journey. It's a food that causes you to fast even uncountable days. Days that you cannot even count. Like Elijah, when God awakened him from the dream. The reason why, he said, after you eat, Elijah, eat. Why he has to eat? Why he has to imitate? Why he has to take that food? The journey is too long. The journey is too long. So you don't just dream. You don't just dream. I tell you, you don't just dream. You dream because your journey is too long. Hey. So when you see dreams, never lift your body aside, because you can go 2 years in front of your body. But what happens in revelation, yet your body is left behind. There's still struggle of the flesh. They still have a desire. They still, a body must be stable in the cold weather, in the trouble, in seasons, in troubles. The body must be comforted. Why, when the persecution comes, people want to commit suicide? Why, when challenges comes, after preaching a revelation, you want to commit suicide? Why? Meaning the body was not in the level of the revelation, because what you preach is what will come at the level. I hear many desiring say, hey, if I can teach at that level, hey, prepare also your body, Baba. Mama, prepare your body also. Because it's not the revelation that goes alone. It goes like a seed, like a rainbow. Hey, like a rainbow authority foundation. It grounds the foundations. When you are getting the foundations, your body must be able to be stable. A reason why, when persecution floods comes, you are flooded. Famine comes, you are flooded. COVID-19 comes, you are flooded. You have the revelation, but your body was not in the foundation. That's why many lose their spiritual shepherds. They lose their fathers. They lose their shepherds. They lose. Why? All along, he's my father, but pandemics, no more my father. Why? It's a revelation that was built dealing with the flesh. How on you can mature in your divine and not mature in your flesh? I'm saying this. Believe me, what I'm teaching you here, I know it's a bullet in the flesh. You can mature, you can be 2 years front than your body. You can be 2 years front. You can be what? You can be what? 2 years front. Do you get it? Do you get this, man and woman of God? We are going deep now into the mysteries. Listen to this. You can be 2 years front by your spirit, mature, yet your flesh is left behind. But when it comes to Paul, you must get the mystery. The focus was not his spirit. Maturity was already there. Encounter is already happened. He dealt with what fell down on the ground when the authority came. Now he says, I put my body under subjection so that when I preach to others, I myself, I will not be put into disqualification for the prize. Which prize? For the body to be taken together into the mysteries. So preachings, teachings are not enough until they enter into the flesh. That's why you must accept the mystery. You must accept the mystery of the glory. The mystery of the glory, glory does not come to affect your spirit only. Glory comes to affect your body. That's why you check how the Moses came out of the mountain. How did he come out of the mountain? The face was shining. He couldn't hide. So you can't say you are from the presence of God and you come, your body is not affected. Where were you fasting? Where were you fasting? Your body has to be affected. It must reveal more mysteries. It must reveal. You must mature. Your flesh must handle big matters better. Matters must be handled better. We are going to read now. I can understand what do I mean. When God looked at Moses, as Moses climbed the mountain, going up to meet with God on the day of his departure. No one was told, but the revelation came to Joshua. Moses is now dead. No one knew. It's Joshua has to announce now to people, Moses is gone. Now the Lord is appointed that I should lead. It's the reason why Joshua had to be prepared before. So when there is a mystery in your body, prepare your people first. Prepare them. Why do you depart without telling your people? Paul, before he departed, he spoke in 2 Timothy chapter 4. He says, my time for departure has come. He spoke about it. He spoke. When it comes to Elijah never told anyone. Prophets are the ones who went to. Elijah never told Elisha that I'm going. He never told him. But the prophets told Elijah that your servant, your master is going. So when they told, it's either he preached to them secretly or it was in the revelation. Because also them they had the interpretation to see the spirit in the man. Now when Moses went up in the mountain, God was not expecting his divine only. That's why quickly an angel had to be assigned to go down to fight for the body. God wants our bodies. Let's not say only 3 men who went with their bodies. It's not only 3. Enoch went with his body. Methuselah, Moses, Elijah, Jesus. What God is preaching in the Old Testament, because number of those who went with the bodies are in the Old Testament. Then what God is saying to us, because we are in the new covenant now, desire just to disappear. Why there are many records of rapture saying everyone is going to departure, meaning this was the vision of God, but now it's too difficult. A gospel is preached while the flesh is left behind. So don't teach on the day of departure. God is expecting your body. But I gave you the revelation. The revelation was to take your body together with your divine. Therefore, while your body is left behind, now Michael has to go down and wrestle. You see, you equipped kingdoms of darkness by leaving your body here on earth. I'll put it rough. Leaving your body behind is the reason why some of you dream, your parents, you dream, your late people who died in the family, say we need blood, we need this. No, this is took advantage of fleshes that were left behind. He appeared and said, hey, yeah, there was an advantage. But when it comes to the body of God, God refused. The body of the saints, God refused. Listen to carefully. Don't you enter Allah Kashara. They entered Methuselah, Enoch, Moses, Elijah. They entered before others. Said Abraham was left, Jeremiah was left, Sarah was left. All this, no. Later, Jesus came and rescued them. Let's pray for Jesus. That's what we mean the dreams. A reason why you dream so much. The reason why you see vision so much. God wants to affect your body from being mortal to immortality. So when it enters immortality, now, what the body lives here on earth, the same body will live there in the air. What Jesus, when he appeared to them in Mark chapter 16, Thomas said, I want to prove. I love that disciple who, Thomas, because he proved it. We were not going to understand the revelation that the ghost was not the ghost of the spirit. It was a ghost with bones and flesh. It was a body that passes through the world, but it had bones and flesh. So many bodies, the grave, when they get them from the top into the bottom, Jesus never went up into heaven first. He went into the ground. Why into the ground? Ground. Remember God, Genesis 1, God went into the ground and formed the flesh. La sucri plastustia. Zensikrivia Suskistia, Lintikista, understand this mystery. God went into the ground. He formed a man out of the ground. He took the soil. He took the ground moisture. He formed a man. So the ground was formed. So Moses and Seth, who went into the ground, Abraham, Isaac, Seth, were taken out of the ground. They went up. None of their bodies were left behind. When you go to heavens, you will see Abraham complete as he is in his flesh. You will see Moses complete as his flesh. But it will not be like a flesh, like flesh. But it will be flesh with bones and flesh. When we say bones, we mean registration. You know, bones are very stronger than the flesh. When you chew meat, you don't deal with the bone first. You deal with the what is soft. So bones can still capture your record. Bones can still capture your record. That's why when Ezekiel went into a cave or a belly of dry bones, there were no flesh there. Bones were left. So bones are stronger than the flesh. So revelations, before they go to the flesh, they start in the bones. That's why the fire shut up in the bones, not in the flesh. Fire starting up in my bones. Therefore, it goes and affects your skin. It affects. So before your flesh is affected, it must start there deeper into the bones, in the hardness of the body. Registered revelations, they go outside. That's why Jesus, when he said, when you fast, don't be like those scribes and Pharisees. Their focus was to make them, you to know their flesh, that they are fasting. Revelation was not deep in their narrows. It was not deep in their bones. That's why when the bones are already prepared, Elijah, after he's been laid down, the bones were left there. When they throw a dead person, what happened? A person who was dead experienced the power, rose from the dead, the resurrection took place. So bones are the registrations. So your bones are more valuable. Bones, you can deal with your bones, but they cannot deal with your bones. Look about insect webs. When the dead bodies has died, you put it underground. First, the insect will deal with what is soft. Bones will take time to go. You throw a person who is dead in the river. Fishes will eat only the flesh, not bones. Have you wondered why when people prophesy you, they take out bones? Now you get it, eh? Because normally you were paying without knowing what's happening. So the bones, a bone of a lion, a bone of a monkey, a bone of a eagle, a bone, mixture of bones, they throw them down. Because there's a registration, vision. They begin to interpret through, your problem is this, your problem is this, the problem is this. But I want to teach you the mystery. That is the level of the flesh. Your bones must speak and prophesy while they are still having a breath. When they prophesy while they still having a breath, no one will take your bone and make fun with it. No, God will not allow to lose your flesh. I met with Copas in the vision. I met with Kenneth again. I met with Papa Lisipo many times. I cannot differentiate when it comes to when I meet with him physically and when I meet with him spiritually. Penuel, Can we close? Can we close? Somebody, you just, what I gave you today is too much. It's too much. You just need to go and meditate upon it. Men and women of God, if I see a vision, do you see how we talk now on Zoom? It is like that. I will not say, hey, he's coming to my house if he was in my house at night. Others, we get guidance, given guidance every day at night, visions, phone calls every day at night. It's happening. You don't say I was dreaming, it is happening. Because now the body has been taught that that's the nature of your life, not this nature under the sun. There's a time for everything under the sun. But when you come out of the sun, above the sun, time is disturbed. Seasons are disturbed. The reason why Jesus met with the fig tree and he cursed it, it was not in his own body. Never behaved the way the body behaves. The fig tree was waiting for a summer in order to tender fig trees. But the body of Jesus was telling him that there's a fruit there. When he reached there, it was only leaves without a fruit. So meaning the tree was still under the sun. The body of Jesus was not operating under the sun. Paul in Ephesians 5, he says, no, how to redeem time. He's talking about your body. Days are evil. You can be given to days. You know the days, the moment they are chasing you. You start now, hey, no, let the one not come. Let the 30 not come. Let the 40, let these days not come. Hey, why the weeks are running so fast? They are coming to possess my car. They are coming to take my house. They are coming. Why these days are so fast? Days are chasing your flesh. The only way to be redeemed from that kind of a situation, be affected by the revelations. You see what I'm preaching to you? I'm not preaching it apart from my body. My body is involved. If I will say I'm in heaven, it will not be a doubt. If I say now I'm in heaven, now, if I say I'm in heaven now, I won't have a doubt. I'm sitting in heaven. Hey, like a I'm sitting comfortably in heavens. It will not be a doubt for me to say to you, I'm preaching to you, sitting on the seat of the throne in the right hand of the Father, speaking these mysteries. You can choose. What is your departure? Like a shadow. Don't hit us by surprise that we are going. We are God. We don't want surprises. A revelation, Paul, to show that this the clues to still to show that the body, the revelation was teaching. I go to sufferings, in perseverance, in trials, sleepless nights, talking about his body. When it comes to you, it's a revelation because the body is still far. So when your body comes here, you understand that we interpret this body, but later he interprets this body as well. My time for departure is come. So Elijah wanted to give a surprise, but the prophets were able to see it. They interpreted it by their gift, their bones. You see, bones can speak. Bones can speak. When John was in the air, a bone taking a wrong direction, taking the wrong direction. Those who are there, don't having the Holy Spirit, but they had bones. Le Rapola Fene, Rapola Lanora. Yeah, there are those sangomas who are called Tambolenyo, but the snake does not have bones. Oh, Tabulamanzi. Oh, Chikanendra. You can't keep them. To a certain level. You see, when you want your life not to be noticed into the bones which are in the level of carnal, flesh, men, when they take your name into the voodoos, a voodoo will scratch the head, not able to prophesy. The voodoo tested. They were not able to function properly because a healthy bone is tough. You can be young in age, yet your bones have matured. You can be young in age, yet your bones have become grown in the spirit. You did not mature by the revelation, but also your flesh is together. So your body, your divine is 3 years old, yet your body is 1 month old. We don't preach what we don't practice. We don't teach what we have not become. You teach what you have become. I think Melchizedek, man and woman of God. You must understand clearly. So when Moses climbed the mountain, went up into the mountains, in the heavens, into the mountain, God was not expecting Moses to come alone. He expected him to come with his body. That's why it was a surprise to say, Moses, you are here, but where is your body? Where is your body? You are here, Moses. We can see you. Here is Moses who led my people. Here is Moses who took my own people. Here is Moses who passed through the Red Sea. Here is Moses. Where is his flesh? We want to see that flesh that passed through the pillar of fire. As angels, we were busy making them out, making fire, because a pillar of fire, it was not a pillar of fire, it was a rock, and on top of the rock, angels around the rock. Like a rainbow in the throne, like a rainbow in the throne. The center, the sunlight, everything here on earth is designed in a circle way. Everything is rotated. Nothing stands still here on earth without rotation. Your body is rotating every day. Why? Every time you dream dreams, today is a dream, it's another dream tomorrow. It's a rotation like a rainbow circling the throne. So the heavens are not standing, they are moving. That's why the clouds are not just normal. Clouds, they change their nature every time. They change their nature. Every time, anything that is below the heavens is designed according to the authority in the heaven. So if we don't understand dreams, we will miss our rotation. You have to. Hi. You will lose some authorities if you don't understand these kinds of rotation. Thy kingdom, your power and your glory, let it come right now in this place. Yeah, glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. I love you. I love you forever. I love you forever, Lord. You must understand this mystery. Glory to God. Glory. So you don't qualify him from your body. When you are in your body, you're satisfied. Oh God. That's how Paul comes in Philippians chapter 1. If I preach afar, if I live afar from the body in heaven. I'm fruitful here on earth. So the body has to be affected by the same revelation that you create.
How do we push again?
So don't say only Elijah went up with his body. Don't say only Moses went up, Enoch, Methuselah. They disappear with their body only. Matthew 27. Let's go there. So that you will understand clearly. Forever. Oh, I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you forever more. Once you understand this revelation, devil will not give a threat of death in your body because he knows that you know the revelation. You see, don't take this light. Never take this light, men and women of God. If Paul says, I put my body under subjection so that when I preach to others, I will not be disqualified for the prize. He meant I do not want to lose my body when it comes to this revelation. I want my body to experience it. I want to attain the prize. A prize when your body and your flesh, I mean your divine, has now joined together. There's no departure of the divine, your body is left behind. You go with it. That's why when they dream you, they see the same person. They will see the same person. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew. Because you give the glory to the bodies that left with bones, and you leave your body aside. I can't go that experiencing. I don't want to teach it, being in the clouds, walking on the water, yet is not happening. I don't want to open the Red Sea in the revelation, yet in the physical, I can't open the Red Sea. I don't want to. This is the reason why many preach this Mark 16 in the level of the flesh. They want to take out demons by physical. Out. When it comes to the spiritual, when it comes to the level of a snake, they take it into a revelation. You want to take it into a revelation. So that you'll understand clearly. A reason why today many Christians don't even come here by Elijah, though Elijah was not yet in the new covenant. They don't come here by Moses, yet Moses was not in the new covenant. Is this reason? Many reject the power that makes them God. Living your body for so long in the earth, preaching the revelation, not dealing with your body, taking your body to the revelation, it becomes a contradiction. It opposes one another. When your flesh says no, you can drink poison and not die. Your flesh, I mean your spirit, when tells you you can pick up snakes, you can drink poison, nothing shall harm you. Now you refuse it because your flesh knows that if I can be bit, do you know the snake? Hey, Baba, others they call us devil because they were afraid of that level. Hey, what's Allah Penuel? Oh, you think no? No, a snake. This Satanist. So you call me a Satanist because you're afraid of a snake, not because you hear from God. You said I'm not used by God, not because they heard from God. They heard it from their consciousness. Their consciousness lied to them. Their consciousness told them that the snake is very dangerous. Their consciousness told them that if you drink a poison, you shall die. Their consciousness, so their bodies were not yet resurrected. Don't claim resurrection when you're afraid of a snake. I don't know how many times I've been bitten by snakes, but nothing happened to me. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times. When I grew up, it's just that God will show you. Become a prophet, you'll see what will happen. God will show you on that day. You remember? That was a poison. You got it on this day like this. Let God interpret your body. You enter into this. God takes you when you are not yet in that glory and reveal the things that happened to you when you are in the glory, and then he will tell you and say, look at this time. It was this time. Look at this time. This time I saved you. Look. Then you say, oh God, you have been there for me for so long. You kept me. You never allowed me to touch the ground. You never allowed. That's why salvation is a work of the Spirit. It's the work of the Spirit. So if it's a work of the Spirit, we have to understand the works of the deeds and the deeds of the Spirit. Salvation it takes God to reveal it to you. Don't say you are born again by your choice. No. That's why Jesus put it up. I chose you. You did not choose yourself. Now let's finish. Not threats of the enemy, not threats of death will come to you. I command, I say, I tell you, truly, truly, I tell you, I say this to you. No threats of the death will come upon your life. Why? Because enemy knows that your body is now in the process of the revelation. Don't accept me in your heart only. Let your flesh also accept me. Let the message be accepted, not to feel your heart, to feel your spirit, yet your flesh is left behind. Let them also deal with your flesh. Why do you mature spiritually? You see, do not to see revelations, to take revelation from the clouds, bring them there down. It's the work of the Spirit. But why they are not taken seriously? Why after bringing such, later anger comes, later flesh, later you are in fornication, later is lust, later. Why? After preaching so much a great revelation, it's because the flesh has been left behind. We are not going to leave anybody today. There's a lot to say because we are in fasting. Oh, and there's a lot to say even when we come out of the fasting. I want to tell you the mystery. Not all of us we are going to die, but we are going to be changed. And you'll be changed while you are still alive. Be changed while you're still alive. As soon as a flesh is resurrected as a body, it's soon as a correct flesh, 1 Corinthians 15, it raised as an immortal body. Go further and explain. We have many bodies. If there are earthly bodies, we also have heavenly bodies. So when you change while you're still alive, a life you live here, you are going to live it there, up in the clouds. Don't wait to go to the glory to come back and bother your children. Let them dream you while you're still alive. Difficult for you to sit with them down. Stop this, but in the dreams, you take them, you warn them, you speak to them. When they come, they repent. Come on, you'll become better mothers now. You'll become better fathers. How about your child who is smoking? Come to you, mama. Yesterday you came to me and you told me I must stop this. Without calling a meeting, without calling a drunkard uncle to come and speak to your child, your revelation will speak. It's not first in your body. Start first in your body. It's not first in your body. I don't need to preach a revelation. apart from my body. I want to teach it apart from my body. I want to experience power in my spirit, in my soul. Yet there's no peace. There's no power in the flesh. I want to experience peace in my soul. Yet my flesh is not in peace. Together they must go together. That's why you take your time going for quarantine. Quarantine. You know, COVID-19 taught us a lot of things. Like an eagle. When an eagle is old, it goes through the ropes. The rocks, it hits all the feathers, and then after hitting all the feathers, it enters the cliffs. It grows the new feathers. That's why you can't see an eagle with the old feathers. It's not possible. New feathers always. They know that the new feathers are very strong. So you want to be old so that your bones can become old. How many you can mature in that age? You can mature, accepting the revelation. I told you that the word, when it comes first, it goes into the divine soul, it breaks into a mortar, it removes the flesh and the soul, it divides. Therefore, it gives it bones. Therefore, bones must affect your flesh. That's why in the belly of the dry bones, skins were no more, but bones were there. It was a registration of how those people lived. Resurrection took place in Ezekiel chapter 37. Raising the dead took place in in Ezekiel chapter 37. Why today we are in the new covenant, but our deeds are far from the men of the old. Why? Talk about the men who will just come and say, okay, you don't believe in me, Moses. You don't believe in me? Okay, God shall show that I'm the servant of God. I'm really chosen by him. By tomorrow, the earth will open and it shall swallow you. If I'm a false prophet, you will not be swallowed. You must run away when someone say that. Because if you say, Penuel, you did this and this and this and this, then I will say, if I am not, this shall happen to you. Meaning now it's between God to prove whether I'm a servant or I'm not a servant. So if it does not swallow you, meaning I'm not a servant. So God will keep through the visitation of a burning bush. Keep through the visitations that I've spoken to Moses, I've spoken to Penuel, I've spoken to Penuel, I've spoken to Immortal, I've spoken to them. It's true. That's why your enemies, they can come every power against you, speaking against you, doing every sort of things against you. But God will always keep them. All of them, they go. They go. They go. Because they were supposed to die. They died because of this agreeing that I'm in Penuel. I'm in this servant. I'm living in the servant. They are both that have matured. Bones that have matured are bones that have come into the mysteries. You know, some revelations when they come these days, we no longer tap in the Google, check in the spirit. Hey, what is happening with us? No. These things are not coming into your eyes. You look at person, you see their heart. You look at. Today I was walking in the street, another man says, No. I'm talking about the men whom I don't know. I never met with. I've never seen before. No. Even if they say what and that, but your face, there is Jesus in your face. There's Jesus in your face. Never met before, never talked before, never met, we never talk, it doesn't know I'm a pastor. I'm not wearing a suit, I'm wearing just a shirt like this. I'm wearing, yeah, with the clap. Tamagari clap. Marsawan comes and says, even if they can say what? Yeah, there is Jesus here. Why? Revelation, when you push it, It must not be far away from the body. Okay, let me close it quickly so that we can pray for the glory of God. Listen to this. I said Matthew 20. I said Matthew 24, ne? I mean 20. 20? Because I'm teaching by the Spirit. Or 25. Or 27. Okay. Listen. When they call, Jesus will say, Eli, or Eli, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? Some stood and said, maybe it's calling Elijah. There are some kinds of bodies that will relate you to the man of who lived in faith. There are some things that you do that anyone, when they to think about you, they will relate you into a man of the old. They'll say, but Moses did this, but Elijah did this. Continue. No matter what, people are not agreeing, but if there's a similar thing that the men they did in the past, Moses spoke and said, if I'm a servant of God, therefore I love the authority. The earth will swallow you. It happened. Elijah said, call your God to the prophet of Baal and said to them, if your God is real, then it will be banned. Elijah put more basket which was full of water, because the voodoos and the evil ones are afraid of water. The power. That's why they submit to the power, the power of the river. They submit to the water. It's a reason why. When you are a witch doctor, they will not function without the stream of the water. Elijah said, put water, because he knows that he's already trapped. It will take God of fire to destroy that. This is the God of fire. Now the water must be boiled. It must be boiled. It must be boiled. So what makes us different today when we command the clouds? Me personally, if I have a project to do on that day, I don't need disturbance. If a rain comes, I talk to the rain. I say, stop. Not today. Not now. Clouds will move. I said, after we finish, that's when you will come. That's my will. Wow. I understand the revelation that is not only in my spirit, also in my body. When it's hot, Baba gave it a bull, no. What's the panic? Give it up over. Now gave it a bull. Mina, I call the rain. Let it rain. And sometimes I do it purpose. I just stand up and God, you see, today is a laundry day. Clouds on the sun. When I'm finished hanging, let the sun open. It will happen. Okay? Okay, say, okay, God, today is hot, very hot. So today I need the rain. There are some days that you want to rest after some Zoom one-on-one sessions. After you came from Melchizedek, after that you went for the long day, one-on-one sessions, counseling, phone calls, and interpretations of dreams. After that, you need the rain to rest. Now you want that sound, kata 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 yaka 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 yaka. You want that sound. Now you start saying, let it rain all over me. Then you receive. You look at clouds come together, and clouds come together, rain comes. Say, God, thank you for honoring me. You sleep, you rest, the vision comes, because when it's yaka yaka, it's not the natural rain. You don't interpret the physical rain the way people interpret the physical rain. When during the time of Jesus, when there was a lightning, Jesus never said. He never interpreted. You said that was for you. You said it. That was for you. Jesus here, deeper than the lightning. How many times God says, hey, yeah, the lightning. You enter under the bed, hey, today is thundering. Who will go in the midst of the lightning? I remember when I was still in the high school. I was hit by lightning. I was hit by lightning, and everyone witnessed. Everyone said that man is dead. And lightning came. Said, oh. And that which shocked me, it was a mystery of saying, why? I know, but I grew up in the village. I know when the lightning hits you, how you look like. Some you die immediately, some you are left with a stroke, some you are left. But it hit me. I remember lightning hit me, but I was still fine. So your bones must mature by the revelation. Let me finish with this revelation, because not so long is going to be law ghosting of electricity system of South Africa. Okay, perseverance, but it's a fruit, ne? Don't worry, if I've not finished this message, I will continue, because it's the Lord that we have to say today. Okay, listen to this immediately. Okay, let me jump for the sake of the glory and go to the body. Verse 50. Jesus cried out loud again, yielding up in the spirit. My heart is yielding up in the spirit. Then he said, behold, the veil was torn from the top. You see, there are things that you do here on earth as ministers of God, as men and women of God. They are shaking things in the heavens. That's why rainbows can be 3, rainbows can be 4, rainbows can be 6, rainbows, clouds can be together on top of another cloud. But later the interpretation is different. It's not the same as people see it. But when you interpret, now, what makes us different to the men of the old? Huh? Today, resurrection of the dead is a doubt to the faith Christian. Yet it was done by Elijah in the past. He did it in the past. Elijah, he did it. Elijah rose the person from the dead. And Moses assigned stone. Let them go back to the ground, because the flesh are not part of the immortality. Let's look for Jesus. Nothing that hinders. Why? When one was committing a sin, a stone has to be used. Grounds and foundations. You don't make foundations by a soil. You make foundations by stones. Stones are the ones that can handle a house, a weight. So when they use the stone, they are taking the ground flat, taking the flesh back to the soil. So immortality is real. So when God rose many out of the grave, it was not only Moses who went to the heavens with his bones, Elijah with his bones, and Enoch, Methuselah. You can count them. Are many men who departed with their own body in the Old Testament. But now you say, no, those are only. And when people are teaching on the Mount Transfiguration, Mark 9, Luke 9, when Jesus was praying the mountain, Moses and Elijah, it's because they are taken with their bodies. No. It's not only them. There were men who went with their bodies. But later, God never left Abraham, never left others, never. That's why Jesus, when he comes in Matthew 8, he said, you will die with Abraham, Isaac, and you want to die with Abraham who's not complete in his flesh? No. He will be complete. So what happened? When the curtain, verse 51, when the curtain break, behold, the veil opened from the top, from the top to the bottom, and the earth shoots the rocks to split. The law breaks. You see? The law breaks. And when the law breaks, we go to the soil. We assess the bones. So, if you meditate on this word of mine, day and night, the book of the law, the book of the spirit. Now, you kill your soil. You enter the bones, registrative. Your dimensions begin to come together with your very own body. So, everybody listen. 52. The graves were open. Jesus never went up first. He went down into the grave, taking men and sons. Abraham, Jeremiah, So their bodies went up, and others got new flesh. They went to Jerusalem to preach. That's why Jesus appeared several ways, many ways at the same time. Many saw him. Another one says, no, you are lying. At that time he was with me. He says, no, he gave me this. Another one says, yes, even me, he gave me this. Come on. Appear to 10,000 people at the same time. The moment you do that, now your body is no longer in the flesh. That's why many people, they will send me dreams. Another one sends, another one. 20 people in the day is possible to send a dream in one night. In one night, you came to me. Another one says, yeah, this morning I saw you. Another one, you must know that now you are immortal to immortality. That's why not all of us are going to be to die, but we will change. You will be changed. They say you can change while you are still alive. So when dreams comes, the reason of the dreams come is to edify your flesh, not your flesh be left behind 2 years while your soul, your revelations are in front for 2 years, while your flesh is back, it's left behind for 3 years. That's why we will say, ye preach of him. While you dream a dream, interpreting the dream, you interpret it with the mortal, it removes you from a spiritual. You dream, that is what above you. So let you know your flesh. So men who were asleep came into resurrection. So Abraham got resurrection. All the men and the women, saints, were taken out of the graves. They went with their bodies into the heavenly realms. That's why when you meet with them, they come. I once saw Abraham's face, the way he looked, and God, when he reveals to you when he was in the wilderness. Moses, he reveals to you. So all these people, you won't see them for Jesus. Let's clap for Jesus. You won't see gods of heavens eating grapes. No, it will be here in the pulpit. I saw him pouring the oil. That's what he was doing. I saw him. You get it? You get the mystery, mighty Lord God? Let's finish so that you can get it clearly. Lord, you are holy. You are holy. It's only one name to describe. I'm lost in the glory. Where are we? Oh, the bodies. Okay. God, when Moses was going up, he expected what? His body to come together with his divine. Therefore, angel Michael has to be assigned to go down. The body is very important. Let's go to the book of Jude. Otherwise, Abraham would have accepted the resurrection. So God never afforded to wait for Moses, Lakashara. Not to wait for Moses on the day of resurrection. He brought the resurrection to Moses while he was still not yet the resurrection came. And that's why Jesus did the resurrection, preached the resurrection while he has not yet died. Let's clap for our master. Let's clap for our master. Clap for our master. He preached resurrection before Jesus, John 11. He spoke of resurrection. He was not yet went to the cross. Not yet resurrected. He preached resurrection. This is the reason why you will enter to preach your dreams that will come. You will preach them before you reach where you are going. Like Jesus when he preached resurrection, before you will come and resurrect. You own that state. This man and woman of God. So that's the same thing. When Jesus preached resurrection, he was not yet went to the cross. So God also give you a dream. He chose you praying for people. You have not yet started praying for people. It's the language of God. Unless you get it in that way. Listen to this. The book of Jude. Let's finish with Jude. Then these 5 minutes, we hand it over to God for prayer. Lord, you are holy. Jude is the book before Revelation. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Verse 9. Okay, likewise. Likewise, verse 8. Verse 8. Likewise, also these dreamers defile their flesh, rejecting the authority. So you have revelation, but your flesh is defined. Know that you rejected the authority. So God does not want us to preach a revelation apart from our flesh being part of the revelation. Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, I put my body under subjection, I discipline it. Other vision says I strike it. Other vision says I strike a blow. Other vision says I treat it rough. Other vision says I put it under subjection. Other vision says I discipline my body. 7 visions I gave you now. So that when I appeal to others, I myself, I will not be disqualified for the prize. So now these dreamers, don't be like in God like this. When God says this revealers of the revelations, these dreamers sing mysteries, these preachers of deep revelation, yet their flesh are rejecting the authority. When God says these dreamers defile their flesh, they are dreaming. It doesn't stop them to see dreams. Let's clap for Jesus. So if it doesn't stop you to stop dreaming, what is it that will stop you to see revelation? What will stop you to preach or prophesy? What is it that will stop you to cast out the demon? You can cast out the demon while you are a worse sinner. You can prophesy while you are a worse before God. God, when he looks, he says, these casters of demons, these deliverers, these prophecies is Matthew 7. Don't look at me funny and say, today what the prophet. No, Matthew 7 says they will cast out demons in my name, heal the sick in my name, deliver, yet I do not know them. That's why God comes and says, these dreamers, they defile their flesh. So don't preach a message apart from your flesh. Now, listen, after saying that, likewise, Moses. Okay, likewise. Yet Michael, they asked Michael, was in contending with the devil. Why the devil has access in your divine, in your works, flesh, registration, upon the body of Moses. So when Moses ascended on high, God was not expecting Moses to come alone. He was expecting him to come with his body. So Michael had to go down and rescue the different body. So Moses went with the divine, and the divine Michael had to come. Let's clap for our master. He went to the divine. So his divine was supposed to take Moses' body. We are going to pray for 5 minutes. Divine. The divine body to come and take a natural body. The divine so the qualified body with a divine to come and take the body. So the divine, you to assign to come and take the body. That's what care is not the natural, it's the divine. That's my care. You are included in the presence of the coming age, in the end times, in the next days. On that day, that's my care will burn in fire. That day, the day to run up with it, mention to me, Lanzo Sika Prustia. Open the mic and speak to me. Lanzo glory and the Christ. La Cristo, Palado spread the Gladio, Lentoso, him for that body. To be together with the revelation. Ibrasuka, Boya the Glade. Embrus declara Cuscusta. Like a bardo sempre così. Perché tu si principali Siria. Dica, aspetta, fuori.
Prestiza la caria, ragosete kodo baladi de baradusi, rabros pervedende de seta, endos perveda manando soko de borogos balagadi sete, ragosete kede bele de salaparia, rambos perveda mando soto cosa la zite kesa tuzi, da santa, zonda salabruguri, rike de baladuzeta, ragazados pimpera restia, gente parpolo santa casatuli, geria kizipara, Radozo de balada satapili, Zigaros, Radozata Casali de Beria de Stapadatus, Ragazzi de Vedemandes Perli Dushmenda Sotikias, Rapata Catata Dozon Coto de la Baria, Ragozeto Coto de Basacada di Sedacaria, Rica Sute Kissa la Caria di Soto Cosele Caria, Ragozente de Baraduze de Kira, Rugo de Salabaria di Soto, Rakuzata kata paraduze Adobo sabara Radogodo bolodo salabaria no soko do bari. Zika turia la zite kisa takaria la zata hori. Risatise kite taria la zita puza. Rakata da selebaria. Ragozete Radozete Dozoko do baria no soko da solapa. Raga de basati. Adako se predezela mantaga salabaria no soko. Radesente Radozenkete bele barada sapata. Rika zuka da baraduzenkata produza. Rakuzekete bele kendire baraduse le baria. Zako do produza la davara basuka da vie. Zete presanando sete produce banda kanda baradus. Zata kata da sele peria nesakete produza. Angos pergele vedemando se produza la tari. Rada da salabaria no soko de prendestana. Zato soko de produza la sete keze la produza. Engas pergele vede basu padu sekiza. Zembede seteke de baradu vele kuriano soto. Kata paria do zutto cosa produce tali. Patata de kitu sala pariano soto de doza. Ratu kata parando soto paia. Ratu soto de baradu sete kere. Duke de dunde de baradu de casa duze de produza. Rakata palata sata kuza doke de veredesa. Akuzata menke sele pariano soto de zalata. Rangos per la bomba lisia duce. Ezo padakada baraduse. Indas pergele barabasu kudo zalatazo. Azunke de